Looking for the best smart TV to suit your needs? In this video, we're diving into some of the top options available right now. Before we begin, don't forget to check out the links in the description to find the best deals within your budget. Let's get started. Number 5. Samsung S95F OLED. If you're looking for a TV that does it all, the Samsung S95F OLED is the best TV currently available. It offers a complete package of top-tier image quality, gaming features, and versatility. This QD-OLED model displays unrivaled colors that are rich, accurate, bright, and incredibly vivid. This TV displays inky blacks at the same time as bright highlights, so HDR content looks incredible in dark rooms, like home theaters. Many OLEDs struggle with reflections in bright rooms, but this model's combination of a matte screen coating and excellent SDR brightness means reflections are a non-issue, even in the brightest spaces. If you have a large room with seating off to the sides, this TV is a perfect fit, since its image quality doesn't degrade when viewed from an angle. It even comes with Samsung's external Slim One Connect box, which offers you a versatile way to plug in your devices and keep your setup clean. The TV's superb image quality makes games look amazing, and it's also equipped with a ton of modern gaming features. It has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports that are capable of 4K at 165 Hz, so not only does it take full advantage of the refresh rates offered by modern consoles, but it also pairs excellently with powerful gaming PCs. You also get all 3 flavors of VRR, so you get a nearly tear-free gaming experience no matter what console or PC you game on. On top of that, the TV has the nearly instantaneous pixel transitions OLEDs are known for, so fast motion is crystal clear. Some home theater enthusiasts might be put off by the TV's lack of Dolby Vision support. However, on a TV this bright, the benefits of Dolby Vision aren't as noticeable, and you still get the very similar HDR10+. Number 4. Samsung S90F OLED. If you want a QD-OLED TV like the Samsung S95F OLED, but it's too expensive, you can get very similar image quality by going with the Samsung S90F OLED. It uses a more traditional glossy screen coating and doesn't get nearly as bright in SDR, so it doesn't handle reflections as well. It still has solid reflection handling, and it's definitely not a dim TV in SDR, so you can still use it in a moderately lit room, and you don't have to worry about distracting reflections on the screen. Fortunately, the TV is still bright in HDR, so highlights really pop out in HDR content. Combine that with its vivid colors and perfect black levels, and you get a TV with top-tier image quality in a dark room, making it a great choice for home theaters. You also still get the same incredibly wide viewing angle, making it a great choice for large living rooms. It doesn't come with Samsung's Slim One Connect box, but it still has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports capable of 4K at 144 Hz with VRR. Furthermore, you get the same nearly instantaneous pixel transitions, so fast motion is sharp and clear. Like the S95F and all Samsung TVs, this model doesn't support Dolby Vision, but you still get HDR10+. Unfortunately, only the 55, 65, and 77-inch sizes use a QD-OLED panel, whereas the other sizes use a OLED panel. Even then, this varies depending on where you live. Number 3. LG B4 OLED. The LG B4 OLED is the best mid-range TV we've tested if you want something cheaper and still want high-end features. The TV has most of the features of the more expensive Samsung S90F OLED, but it's dimmer overall and limited to 120 Hz. Still, it's bright enough in SDR to overcome glare in rooms with some overhead lights on. However, it doesn't do much to lessen the intensity of direct reflections, so it's best to avoid placing the TV directly in front of a window or lamp. It displays the same inky blacks as the Samsung OLEDs, and it's bright enough in HDR for highlights to stand out. Although colors aren't as vivid as they are on the QD-OLED options, they're still vibrant enough to look good, and they're very accurate out of the box. All of this leads to a satisfying experience, whether you're watching SDR or HDR content. Like other OLEDs, its viewing angle is fantastic, so viewers can watch the TV from all over the room with no degradation in their viewing experience. This TV is also great for gaming, as it has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 ports for up to 4K at 120 Hz, is compatible with every VRR technology, and has nearly instantaneous pixel transitions. The B4 is a great TV overall and is an excellent entry point into the OLED market. Number 2. TCL QM7K. That brings us to our first mini LED TV on the list, the TCL QM7K, which is the best television in the lower mid-range spot. There are some concessions you have to make by not going with an OLED model, but this TV still provides solid image quality that will impress most people. It doesn't have the same perfect black levels as an OLED, but thanks to its excellent local dimming, blacks are still deep and bold. However, there's some minor haloing around highlights and subtitles. Colors are bright and vibrant, and highlights in HDR stand out well, so this TV certainly provides a solid HDR experience. The TV is very bright in SDR and has solid reflection handling, so you can use this model in a bright room and not be distracted by reflections on your screen, but it's best to avoid placing any light sources opposite the screen. Not only does this TV offer solid image quality, but it has a ton of modern gaming features. It has 2 HDMI 2.1 ports capable of up to 4K at 144 Hz and 1080p at 288 Hz, so you have options if you're using it with a gaming PC. It also supports VRR, so screen tearing is kept to a bare minimum. The biggest downside when gaming compared to OLEDs is that pixel transitions aren't nearly as fast, so you see some motion blur when the action ramps. However, this TV is pretty fast for an LED TV, so the amount of blur is minimal. Unlike the OLED models, this TV has a narrow viewing angle, so its image quality degrades when viewed from the sides of the screen, limiting its usefulness in wide seating arrangements. Number 1. TCL QM6K. If you like the gaming features found on the TCL QM7K, but can't stretch your budget, you can safely step down to the TCL QM6K. It has the same set of features as the more expensive model, so you still get 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, 4K at 144 Hz, 1080p at 288 Hz, VRR, and relatively quick pixel transitions. Like the QM7K, it has a narrow viewing angle, so you want to be seated directly in front of the screen to enjoy the best possible image quality. Unfortunately, you don't get the same level of image quality as the higher-end model, but it's still pretty good. Colors are more muted on this model, but they don't look desaturated, so you still enjoy somewhat vibrant and pleasing colors. Blacks aren't as bold, but they're still deep enough to give the image depth, especially for a budget model. Sadly, the TV is noticeably dimmer in HDR, so highlights don't stand out as much, but it still provides a decent HDR experience. On the other hand, the TV is suitably bright in SDR for use in well-lit rooms, as long as there are no light sources directly facing the screen. If you're looking for the most affordable TV that is loaded with features and still offers decent image quality, this is the TV to get.